I'm going to be rebuilding the New England Patriots, but with a new addition of Drake Maye, Jalen Polk, and Javon Baker. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. I would really appreciate it if we got this video to 150 likes. But my opinion of the New England Patriots, getting Drake Maye, Jalen Polk, Javon Baker in the later rounds was a steal. They also got, I believe, Kalen Wallace, or is it Caden Wallace? It is Caden Wallace out of Penn State. That was a good move for their offensive line. They also had a left guard here, Robinson, that they did pick up in the later rounds. So overall, I think it was a great draft for the Patriots, definitely moving in the right direction. I'm going to move Mike Onwenu officially over to left tackle for the team. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm just going to keep him at left tackle for now, but profile him as a right tackle, then get a left tackle in the future draft. Actually, Wallace should be the starting number one, and then the other guy should be at right tackle. So I guess I can't fix that. I guess they're going to forcefully just move over Onwenu to left tackle. So it is what it is. If I'm mispronouncing his last name, I'm sorry. But honestly, I like Kendrick Bourne. I'm not a fan of Juju anymore. He was good for like, what, 2 years on the Steelers, and then he just went to the Chiefs, got a ring, and then he just didn't exist after that. So I think for now, I'm honestly going to put Polk and Baker at the 1 and 2. Maybe I put Bourne actually at the 1, then I'm going to put Baker at the 3, Polk at the Smith at the 4, Juju Smith-Schuster at the 4. KJ Osborne wasn't a bad signing. Obviously, this is not how it's going to be set up in real life, but this is my rebuild. Drake Maye has started, Baker has started, Polk has started. I'm going to put Baker in the slot. Polk is going to be the 2 here. I like what we got going for this offense. Ramondre Stevenson kind of fell off this season. He still did great receiving-wise. It's just he fell off because Zeke ate a lot of the work for New England, so hopefully he can come back on here for the Patriots. For the defensive side of the ball, usually I don't do this in Madden rebuilds where I go with a 3-4, but I think it's so like a Patriots thing. It doesn't really make sense to move into a 4-3 with this team to me, so I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Mapu, though, I might move him to middle linebacker just because I don't need a strong safety. I mean, they're actually, depth at safety is actually kind of useful in Madden simulation, so maybe I'll move him, but for right now, I think I'm going to keep him there. I'm going to move Christian Gonzalez to the number 1 because, of course, he's Christian Gonzalez. He's a baller. We got Keon White, Devon Godchuk, Christian Barmore, who I believe got paid a nice contract in real life, but this is what we got going on for the team. Hopefully, Drake Maye can develop really nicely. I'm going to make sure Baker is in the slot. I'm going to officially move him over KJ Osborne. I'm going to put Douglas at the 2. I like Demario Douglas in real life, but I would rather see the potential of Polk and Baker. So maybe Demario Douglas gets a chance later on. I doubt it, though. Mapu, I guess, is going to play in the slot potentially, which I'm fine with. Stevenson is going to eat all the reps here at running back. 81 overall team. Let's see how we do at the midseason mark. 1 and 6, bottom of the division. The defense sucks. Here we go again, boys. I used Baltimore's playbook in the 3-4 disguise. That's what I was told was the best for 3-4. So I'm just going to rock out with that until I can probably piece together the defense. So for now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. For the scouting national focus, though, I definitely need some middle linebacker help. And for the players ready to negotiate, I have $105 million to spend. Did Kyle Duggar get a big contract in real life? I think I'm only going to do I do a 2-year deal with him and boost his money? It's about $13 million per year. And he wants a long-term contract. He just doesn't want to be here. What was the reason for it? I didn't even look. Let me check real quick. He just doesn't like the scheme. We could change that at the end of the year, so I guess it's just better to wait. Hunter Henry, I just don't want him. He's going to be 29. He's already 29 in real life, which doesn't really matter in Madden, of course. I'm just not interested in a guy who's just going to regress for the team. Same thing with Kendrick Bourne. I like him in real life, but in Madden, he's just going to constantly regress for the team. Bailey Zappi just doesn't want to be here. A lot of these guys don't want to be here. Joe Milton is supposed to have a 4-year contract, so I'm actually going to fix that real quick. And before I forget, I want to get a mentor QB for Drake Maye, so that way he increases his XP. So I'm going to get Nick Foles as a mentor here. Even though we're coming off a loss to the Bills, 34-14 in week 7, we still have a weekly award to vie here. 14 tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception. I guess in simulation he doesn't seem that bad, but I've used him in a regular franchise season. He was terrible for me in franchise. I don't know why. Either way, we're a 1 and 6 team. Obviously not that very good. For now, let's just skip into the playoffs. And my defense was terrible. We went 6 and 11. I don't think that was as bad as the Patriots in real life. Maybe. I might be wrong on that. I just forgot about the record in the previous season. Still, bottom of the division. A lot of work we need to do on defense, I guess. Stats and awards. Drake Maye did pretty good other than his pass rating. Hopefully he's not a Bo Nix like in my previous video. Defense is terrible. Offense is mid. 15 interceptions isn't the worst I've seen in simulation. I think Bo Nix, my previous video, had 27 interceptions. But Drake Maye, 26 touchdowns, 4,200 yards. I'm not going to give up on him. I don't care how many interceptions he throws. I know some people will be like, oh, well, you gave up on Bo Nix really quickly. Also, how does Brissett have 0 yards and then an interception. Oh, well, I thought it was a touchdown. My bad. So he just came on the field for one attempt and then immediately threw a pick. All right, got it. But anyways, Drake Maye, hopefully he does decent for us. 15 interceptions obviously isn't, again, the worst I've seen for a QB. Hopefully he does improve that. Ramondre Stevenson with 19 touchdowns is nice, but not even 1,000 yards and 3.9 per carry. Hopefully he can get that up a little bit as well. Kendrick Bourne with a great season, but again, he's only going to regress in Madden simulation. 8 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, 105 receptions. That's definitely star dev there. But unfortunately, I would like to just rather develop Jalen Polk here, who has 4 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Javon Baker, 855 yards, 6 touchdowns. I'd like to develop the future of this team. And unfortunately, Kendrick Bourne, I highly doubt. Actually, I know for a fact he won't even make it to an 85 overall at this pace, with him already being 29 years old in simulation. Defensively, Juwan Bentley with 142 tackles, sacks for a loss, 15 for Keon White, sacks, 8 for Matthew Judon, 5.5 for Keon White, interceptions 5 for Jonathan Jones. Safeties on the team is 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. So what I've been told now is that it's good to use 4-3 cover if you don't have a really strong defensive line, but it's good to use a base 4-3 if you do have a strong defensive line. So I'm going to do a 4-3 cover for now. This is usually what I run in most of my videos, or maybe vertical zone run instead of multiple zone run, but this is what I'm going to go back to rocking with. Again, I know I change my defensive playbooks all the time, so I guess I'm still learning. I feel like this is the only thing they change every year. They change how inconsistently stupid their playbooks are in each and every Madden simulation. So I'm going to switch this team to a 4-3 and just see how that goes. And the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, your Madden sim gods, as Donovan Wilson wins the Super Bowl MVP, Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP, and there are no awards here for the Patriots. In the AFC East, Greg Zuerlein, Tyrod Taylor, and Von Miller all retire. For the team upgrades, Kendrick Bourne, I mean, I'm just going to give him star dev. I have no plan on re-signing him, but whenever you have over 100 receptions, 1,400 yards, and 8 touchdowns on a season, I think it's more than fair to give your player star dev. So he's going to hit free agency with star dev. I'm sure someone's going to sign him, but again, it's just not going to be me. Juju, I might as well just cut at this point. Offensively, though, other than me giving Kendrick Bourne star dev, there's no upgrades for the team. Defensively, Jonathan Jones and Kyle Duggar both get superstar dev, so I guess Kyle Duggar's contract will be more expensive. Juwan Bentley and Tavai both get star dev as well, but for now, I still am looking to improve my defense. I think Tavai and Bentley are both on the older side at this point in the game. Bentley is 28, so he's not old in real life, but in Madden simulation, I don't even think he's going to make it to an 85 overall. I mean, he's at an 84 right now, so maybe, but still, let's move into the re-signing. For the players ready to negotiate, Kyle Duggar still doesn't like the scheme, even though I changed it to where it was primarily safety focused. So do I overpay for Kyle Duggar, who's 28 and going to regress, or do I tag and trade him? I think I might just tag and trade this dude. I'm going to do team friendly, and I think I will just tag and trade him because I'm going to use Marte Mapu. So for those guys saying, oh, well, you should maybe just like keep him because he has superstar dev and he's been good for you. Yeah, he did good for me. He just doesn't want to be here. I changed my scheme once already. He still doesn't like the scheme change. I'm not going to change it again. Hunter Henry can walk. Kendrick Bourne is going to walk. All these other guys can walk. Actually, Nick Foles, if he's going to not retire, then it would be cool if he stayed my mentor for Drake Maye. So I'm going to sign him on a 2-year contract. I'm going to tag and trade Kyle Duggar, and then I'm just going to hit free agency. I know it's not the smartest move. At the same time, he's 28. I don't know how much more he's going to progress past this point. So let's move into free agency. So I'm sending Kyle Duggar to the Buccaneers for a 2nd and a 4th round pick. So that's fine with me. After free agency, I got David Bakhtiari on a 2-year contract for us. Even though he is 32, he's a 90 overall with superstar dev. Got Maurice Hurst as a depth defensive tackle, and got a new kicker in Riley Patterson. So I'm at pick number 9 with the New England Patriots. And it's like, yes, I have Keon White. I mean, Judon just gave me 8 sacks with a fully healthy season. But it's like this guy, Lloyd Smith here, speed rusher out of UCF, Javon Baker's teammate, hypothetically, because of course it's an AI-generated player. Great speed, elite jumping, elite acceleration, ran a 4.6 at the combine, and then A finesse moves, A impact blocking. His B-to-D awareness indicates he doesn't have the highest overall, but like he doesn't look bad, and I don't mind if I get another edge rusher here. I might pull the trigger on this guy. This guy's more of a 3-4 defensive end. I just moved into a 4-3. So I'd like to have a speed rusher coming off this edge here. Is there any other speed rusher? Not until 2nd or 3rd round. I'm at pick number 9. I really like Lloyd Smith. I think I'm just going to pull the trigger on him. He's only 260 pounds, so he's not necessarily, of course, a 3-4 defensive lineman. He is obviously a 4-3-1. Lloyd Smith out of UCF. Hidden dev, that's what I like to see. 89 acceleration, 83 speed, 86 jumping, 80 strength. I think I'm going to start him over The other one, why am I blanking so hard? I meant to say I think I'm going to start him over Keon White, and then Keon White will just be a second string until Matthew Judon just regresses out. Matthew Judon typically regresses out of my franchise. Matthew Judon, he's getting paid a lot right now to play for us. If he puts me under like 8 sacks again, if he goes under 8 sacks for the season, I think I'm just going to start Keon White at that point, but Lloyd Smith is going to be the pick here. In the second round, Terrell Jackson, A awareness, so he's going to have a high overall, A finesse moves, B hit power, B pursuit, B man coverage, B tackle, field general archetype, 6'3", 245. His athleticism, elite acceleration, elite agility, decent speed here. I don't know how you only have decent speed with elite acceleration, but he skipped the combine. As Bengal would say, this dude's a baller just for that. So Terrell Jackson out of South Carolina is going to have hidden dev, only 72 strength, but 83 speed with 92 acceleration. Again, I don't know how that makes much sense at all. As, of course, amazing skills, as we have already reviewed, Terrell Jackson. I think I'm immediately going to make him the starter over Juan Bentley. And with my other second-round pick that I got for trading away Kyle Duggar, Rafael Barrett, 6'5", 300 pounds, also out of South Carolina. We can draft the linebackers teammate, elite speed for a defensive tackle, great acceleration, good strength, B to D awareness, A finesse moves. I think I'm just going to pick him, Rafael Barrett, hidden dev. I'm nailing this draft. 89 strength is great for a rookie. Really nice athleticism, especially for being 300 pounds. A finesse moves, B play rec. He looks great. And in round number 3, I'm getting right guard James Lucas out of Alabama, 6'4", 304, hidden dev, 87 strength. The rest of his athletic scores kind of below, but it's fine. A pass blocking finesse, pass protector archetype, of course. He looks great. And then in round number 4, getting defensive back Ricardo Williamson out of Duke, 5'11", 200 pounds, hidden dev, 95 jumping is amazing for a rookie, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, A press, A hit power, B zone coverage. He looks amazing for 4th round value. Now this is the team moving into year number 2. Looks like the AI picked up 2 running backs in the later rounds that I definitely didn't pick, and now I have to completely adjust my receiving core. Can I please just straight up cut Juju, dude? I just don't want him on my team. Oh, how much are you paying Juju to be here? It's Juju. Oh my gosh, that's bad juju there. 10 million a year for what? Juju's gonna be the 3, Baker's gonna be the 2. I'm still gonna put him in the slot regardless. Polk is gonna be the 1. Actually, Demario Douglas, you're gonna be the 3. I'm not a fan of Juju. I don't see it anymore. I'm sorry, Juju. I don't care what your age is. You're not the guy anymore. O-line is looking really nice after the offseason. Is Cole Strange? Yeah, he is profiled as a left guard, and then Micah Nenwu moves it back to right tackle. Hooper is just going to have to be the guy for now, so Austin Hooper is going to play tight end. Jackson is a 75 overall. Barrett is a 72 overall. Looks like the AI, I picked up Smith. He's going to start over Keon White. Just give me a second and let me just adjust the roster to how I want it, and then I'll just get back to it. I also need to sign a new mentor because the AI just cut Nick Foles after I signed him to a 2-year contract, so I'm just going to cut Jacoby Brissett and fill him in with Andy Dalton. Now I finally got the team exactly the way I want it. The offense, like the receivers obviously aren't a high overall. The receivers aren't looking good. We just hope for the development of Polk and Baker here. Demario Douglas is at the 3. I don't really want KJ Osborne or Juju, but they're here, you know. I can't really cut out their contracts or else I'd lose money by doing that. And then Smith, Barrett, they're both going to be the starter for now, and I have depth at defensive tackle. That's what I like to see. Keon White's also depth at this point. Jackson is going to be the starter at middle linebacker and at sub linebacker. I want to make sure all these rookies are fighting here for the rookie of the year, so that's going to be sick for them. But anyways, guys, 82 overall team. Changed the scheme a little bit. Did really well in the offseason, I believe. Year number 2, let's move into the midseason mark. We went from 1-6 in the previous season to 6-1, so I guess those defensive playbooks clearly helped me. I keep looking them up almost every day, but I'm glad they're finally starting to show here, as we got our first loss to the Vikings in week, I believe, 8 there, if you did see that. But what do we really need for the team at this point? Tight end, I think, I mean, it's not really a position of like huge need. I would like my receivers to develop to a high overall, of course, because they're only 74 overall. So I'm surprised our offensive passing game is 3rd in the league, but Polk and Baker seem to be doing just fine. But tight end wouldn't be a bad thing to sign. Jabril, if he didn't have any interest with the team, I wouldn't really care if he left, but he's an 87 overall. He's 28 years old. I think I'm still going to sign him to the 3-year contract and just keep him for the rest of the rebuild. I have the money, and did he re-sign it? I didn't really get to see it, but I guess he did since he's not here. Tavai, he just doesn't want to be here. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing his name anyways. He just wants to be in California. I'm sure a lot of people do. Christian Barmore, I believe he got a big contract in real life. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm just going to do player-friendly for a year for him, and he re-signs on the team. Ramondre Stevenson, I wouldn't mind him back either. He just doesn't like the scheme fit. We're winning games. I'm not going to change it. I would try to overpay for him. He just said no regardless. Jonathan Jones, I mean, I wouldn't mind another year with him. He has superstar dev. He'll be a nice number 2 for us behind Christian Gonzalez. Ramondre Stevenson, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's about to turn 27. Why don't you just get a new running back? I mean, if he gives me over 4 a carry, I think I'll just keep him long term. Josh Uche, I mean, this isn't bad. I just don't need another edge rusher, and I'm especially not going to pay a depth player $7 million a year just to be a depth player at 75 overall. Judon, he's going to regress whenever he turns 33, so I'm just going to wait on that contract. Hopefully he gives us a good number of sacks, so that way I can re-sign him for cheaper, and he still has value with the team. That'd be pretty sick. Devon Godshaw, I just don't want anymore. He's about to turn 30, and he's going to drop below a 75. Marco Wilson, this honestly isn't bad depth, and $3 million a year isn't bad. I'm just going to keep him long term because this is not horrible depth, especially at his age, at 25 years old. So that's cool with me. Everyone else here, David Andrews, man, he's going to regress too. He's already at a 77 overall. I think I'm going to drop him. And then Andy Dalton, I'm sure he's going to retire at the end of the year, but sure, never mind. I have to pay him $5 million a year to be a backup quarterback. Absolutely not. I'll just find someone else at that point. So anyways, we are 6-1 coming off our loss to the Vikings in week 7 by a 3-point loss, so it wasn't huge. But let's move into the playoffs. 13-4 top of the division is what I brought the Patriots to with only 2 seasons. Team did great overall. Defensive points per game is mid, but the passing game is 9th in the league, which is what I leaned on. The Houston Texans playbook are terrible in simulation. I'm sure EA will fix that in the next season, so that way it's more realistic in simulation. I'm pretty sure the AI is just so bad that EA just rigs certain teams to have good playbooks, just so that way they do well in simulation, regardless of how good your team overall is, just so that way bad teams do bad and good teams do good. That's why the Texans are terrible in simulation, because I don't think anyone expected the Texans to win a playoff game after being the 2nd worst team in the league in 2022. So anyways, they are 9-8. We're here to face them in the first round. We could lose them, but again, their playbooks do suck. And then Drake Maye, 2nd league for passing yards, 28 passing touchdowns, 101 pass rating almost. 8th best defense in the league. What was the offense rank? 2nd in the league. Drake Maye got his interceptions down, 28 touchdowns, 4,500 yards. In real life, this is a nice season. In Madden, I would like the touchdowns to be in the 30s range, but he is working on the interceptions. That's improving. Almost 101 pass rating. Nice season from Drake Maye. Ramondre Stevenson, 9 touchdowns. Antonio Gibson is eating his touchdowns, which is a bit annoying considering I literally benched him as my power back and my 3rd down back, but still, Stevenson got me 1,300 yards, 4.4 per carry. I think I will keep him now that his average is at 4.4 per carry. Receiving wise, Javon Baker, like, I don't even care if these guys are at a 73 overall. If he's giving me 12 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, and 112 receptions, he's clearly an 85 plus overall. I don't know why these overalls don't jump after these good seasons. EA just can't properly make the game do that for some reason, even though they're a multi-billion-dollar company. But Javon Baker, amazing year, double-digit touchdowns, over 100 receptions, 1,400 yards, almost 1,500 yards. That's going to be superstar dev. Jalen Polk, 8 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, over 100 receptions. I think that's deserving of superstar dev as well. Austin Hooper actually did surprisingly well. Demario Douglas, 1 touchdown, 500 yards. Still, great year from Baker and Polk. I love that they're developing just as well as Drake Maye. Terrell Jackson, the rookie, with 125 tackles, 8 tackles for a loss, half a sack. Nice rookie season, a great rookie season. Matthew Judon with 16 tackles for a loss and 16.5 sacks. I can't wait to re-sign him for a dirt cheap deal because he's going to regress regardless. And then 16 tackles for a loss for the defensive end, Lloyd Smith, who also got 6 sacks. And then 6.5 sacks for the rookie defensive tackle, Raphael Barrett. And then 6 for Lloyd Smith. So I'm cool with that as my first round pick. He's obviously a tackle for a loss monster here. And with Barrett, I think they pair really nicely. 3 interceptions for Jonathan Jones and Marcus Jones, outperforming Christian Gonzalez surprisingly. 1 safety for Judon and Lloyd Smith, both coming off the edge there. And receptions, not interceptions, defensive touchdowns, 1 for Marcus Jones. Honestly, a really good season from this Patriots team. Let's please not end it to CJ Stroud and the Texans. We probably will because it's Madden simulation. We do not. 45-21, here to face the 13-4 Ravens. I wouldn't be too upset if we lost here. Our overall isn't as high as theirs, and they're also a really good team. We beat them, though, 28-13. We're only an 84 overall team, and we're already in the conference championship in year number 2. Here to face the 89 overall Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are gods in simulations. They're gods in real life at this point, but let's see if we can beat them. We don't even have an X factor on our team. I just realized that. And we got to play a snow game here in Kansas City. That's in Missouri. I hate that, but Anyways, 14-7 start, 21-7 for the Chiefs, 14-21 we strike back. They're just responding all day. We can't do anything unless our offense can keep up. Our defense isn't holding whatsoever. 28-34. Maybe we can come back. It's a 2-point game here. Our defense is going to have to hold them to 3 points. Then we're going to have to make a comeback if we can. And we can make a comeback. We have 35 seconds left with no timeouts. That's kind of an outrageous ask, but I'm just going to have to try it anyways. 2nd down and 10. Let's see what we have here. Maybe B, if you can fit that. How do you do that? Explain that to me. Explain to me how you do that. Homie is not even looking at the ball. He turns around, pursues the guy. Sure, he's looking over his left shoulder here. How does he know if it's coming to the right shoulder? He jumps his 80-inch vertical and then swats it with the back of his hand. He suddenly has the spider sense to know exactly where it is. All right, dude. 3rd down and 10. I'm trying my best to work the sideline here. Having a good tight end would be like super cool. That's not going to work. Obviously, I forced that. It should have been a pick. 4th and 10. This is probably the most piss poor attempt ever. Please make that throw. Please make that throw. Thank you. Baker up the field, down the sideline, get out of bounds. 14 seconds left to score a touchdown. I have to try and work the sideline here. If I don't, I'm screwed. I'm just going to throw it up one-on-one. Get it. Polk. Come on. Dude, I'm going to have to try and just do one-on-ones and hope it works. 2nd and 10. I don't know why Baker's at the 1, but screw it. We're going to have to do it. One-on-one. Baker back of the end zone. Overthrown. 3 seconds left. I have one more chance to do this. 3rd and 10. It's going to be a Baker strike once again. Him one-on-one with the safety in the corner of the end zone. Baker can't come down with it. 0 seconds at the clock. I know some people will be like, oh, well, I could have easily done that, Vikk. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I don't run straight cheese plays throughout the entire game, and I would just like to keep it a little bit realistic here. But our defense allowing 40 points is completely unacceptable. Offense did well, but it's the Chiefs. They're going to move on to the Super Bowl in year number 2. And of course, wow, the battle of the sim gods in the Super Bowl as Mahomes gets his 4th ring in simulation. Trent McDuffie wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins another league MVP. Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year. We get Coach of the Year, which is surprising, but still unfortunate for us that we couldn't go all the way, but still, there's 2 more seasons left. In the AFC East, of course, Andy Dalton retires, Aaron Rodgers, Morgan Moses, and Teron Armstead all retire. For the team upgrades offensively, I mean, I'm going to give Polk. Polk had a great season as well. I don't know why Javon Baker was playing at the 1 whenever I was in that game against the Chiefs. It should have been Polk the entire time, but I'm going to give him Superstar Dev. Dude had over 100 receptions, had 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. He had an amazing year with us. He deserves Superstar Dev, so I'm going to give it to him. Javon Baker also got Superstar Dev, and then Lucas stays at Star Dev. Maye also stays at Star Dev. Judon goes to X Factor. Really? Barrett, Smith, and Jackson, all 3 of them had an amazing year. None of them got Rookie of the Year. None of them got a Dev Up. They all came with Star Dev. That's so unfortunate because they all seem like really good players too. This team just needs to develop a little bit more. I'm going to need to get some new outside linebackers to replace Uche and Tavai. But anyways, we're an 83 overall team. Let's move into the re-signing. For the players ready to negotiate, Tavai, I just don't want. Ramondre Stevenson, I paid you, tried to pay you a bag last time. You said no. I still want you back. This might be an overpay, $9 million a year for a running back, but I still want him back because I have the money. Uche, I just don't want. Cole Strange, do I accept his option? I'd rather just honestly pay him at this point. Judon, I'm going to give you a player-friendly deal, $15 million a year for 2 years. He resigns with the team. And then anyone else that I actually want here, David Andrews is down to a 76. Yeah, no one else here that I really want. Let's move into free agency. So free agency wasn't really that stacked, so I got a bunch of one-year Band-Aid players such as Xavier Howard, Micah Hyde, EJ Speed, Adam Troutman, and Kayvon Chase on just to fill in the positions for the time being. So it's fine with me. I still have $102 million to spend. Again, it just wasn't a stacked class, so I'm just going to move into the draft. So I'm in the first round. Tight end Juan Griffin here out of Michigan, 6'3", 257, a bunch of A's across the board. Great speed, great acceleration, great agility, elite jumping, great strength. This dude, no brainer here. I mean, sure, spending a first round pick on a tight end may not seem like the most wise thing to do. There's not too many more positions I need to fill in this team. I just need my younger players to develop. But Griffin here, 85 speed, 89 acceleration, of course, hidden dev. Seems to be a good pick. So many A's across the board. I like him a lot. And as always, I see these absolute heavy freaks in my rebuilds. This is round number 2, Dell Chambers, 340 247 pounds at 6'2". Dude is built like Rod Wave. Well, Rod Wave is like 5'6", but still, I mean, elite strength is the key thing here. He's not athletic at all at 350 pounds, I wouldn't assume. Jason Shepard, elite strength as well. Ooh, his skills look a lot better. He's 400 pounds. My God. Out of Kansas State, I lost Maurice Hurst, I lost Devon Godshot, I need a number 3 here, and at 400 pounds, you're not getting past him. This dude has better skills. Jason Shepard, I was looking at Del Chambers before because he was heavy, did not realize Jason Shepard was so much heavier. Jason Shepard, at the end of the second round, is going to have hidden dev. 97 strength as a rookie is insane. Obviously, not much speed, but 84 acceleration doesn't make too much sense. Great skills across the board. He's going to be a monster. Who is this guy? Post UDFA with all elites across the board. He casually runs a 4.24 at his pro day, a 4.28. And people are like, yeah, he's a UDFA. I'm in the 4th round. He's 180, 6 foot out of Virginia Tech, a lefty here. Obviously, that doesn't matter much. Elite everything across the board, and he's a UDFA. F catching, F medium route. I don't give a shit. This dude elites across the board. UDFA in the 4th round. Kalen, whatever. I don't care. Hidden dev. Even UDFAs come with hidden dev, boys. 98 speed, 98 acceleration, 98 agility. This is the most athletic prospect I think I've ever seen in terms of all-around balance. Of course, his strength sucks. That's fine. That's completely fine with me. He's going to start over Demario Douglas, and he's going to be a slot guy. This is crazy that this UDFA here I can easily steal in the 4th round. Absolutely. This is the team after the draft. I'm sick and tired of seeing Juju's face. I want to cut him, dude. Yeah, I'll save money by cutting him. Also, KJ Osborne, wasn't he on like a 1 or only 2-year contract with the Patriots? I don't even know how he's still on this team because you can't even really negotiate the contracts whenever you're making the rosters. When you're playing franchise, of course, but this is different. Griffith here. We have another Griffith. I guess we draft... Oh, it's Juan Griffith. Okay, I thought we drafted Juan Griffith's like brother or something, but Juan Griffith is a 74 overall. Of course, he's going to be the starter, and for some reason, they have him at fullback here. I got this guy Webster in the 3rd round as a center. The centers weren't really good by then because I picked a defensive tackle over prioritizing the center. I'm going to put LeBlanc here at the number 3 here, and I don't really have much in the way of receiver anymore, which is kind of my fault, but at the same time, I've already explained that wide receiver 4s do next to nothing in simulation, so I highly doubt we'll need a 5 and a 6. In real life, obviously, they're important, but Madden, it's a little bit different. So Polk is 1, Baker is 2. They're only 78 overall with Superstar Devin year number 3. LeBlanc, he's a 71 overall post UDFA projection. That's crazy to me. Shepard is a 73 overall, and then the team's depth looks really nice here. I'm going to move Jones to 2 because he has the Superstar Dev. And then we have a lot of depth here at defensive back, even an X Factor in Micah Hyde. Jackson is going to be the starter over Taki. And then Bentley, I moved it to left outside linebacker. I don't know why they have one Bentley coming off the edge. You're not an edge rusher. We are in a 4-3 scheme, buddy. Smith is going to be there. White's going to come off the edge as well. Barrett is fine. I mean, I'd rather have the big guy as rush defensive tackle 3, but I guess it really doesn't matter that much. And Griffith, why is he in the slot? Put LeBlanc in the slot. The dude has 98 speed. Anyways, I'm going to change that. We have an 83 overall team. On paper, it looks really nice, but again, development is really slow in Madden, and I even boosted the XP growth for some players, so I just got to thug it out. It's year number 3. It's really nice to have this youthful of a team this early on in the rebuild. LeBlanc is only a 63 overall slot guy, but I'm sure he'll have 99 speed by the end of the season. And then sure, let's put, I guess, Baker as a secondary slot along with Demario Davis. So we'll just rock out with this. Let's move into the midseason mark for year number 3. And after improving my team in the offseason, we are 3-4, and my defense is bad again. I mean, their points per game is mid, but I mean, the offense passing game being mid makes sense because I don't have the highest overall receivers, but it's kind of weird how my defense suddenly starts doing bad. Like, I lost extras. Who did I really lose on defense? Like Josh Uche? Sure, dude. I replaced him with Juan Bentley, who was more of a pass coverage guy, which fits our scheme more. But I'm going to go into the Scouting National Focus and just see what we got. Sure, I guess more depth at middle linebacker. $171 million to spend. That's because I don't have to pay my top 2 receivers or Drake Maye, but Mike Onenwu, I'm just going to give him player friendly. It's $20 million a year for him, and he doesn't even want it, dude. He has moderate interest too. Marcus Jones, I want back with the team. He wants to be in a warm weather state. I don't care. Give him more money. He just doesn't care. Juan Bentley, I might as well just keep him for the rest of the rebuild at this point. $19 million a year. Hold up. I know some people may say this is cheating, but I've had people tell me in the past to do this before. For some reason, pass coverage linebackers think they should be getting paid the same as edge rushers. They're not. They are not edge rushers. They should not be getting paid as edge rushers. And then see, this is a realistic contract. Not $20 million a year. I mean, he's 29, about to be 30. He shouldn't even get paid this much. But still, it's not $20 million a year. I'm going to move him back outside to outside linebacker once he signs this. So I'm going to move him back outside to outside linebacker. Some people may say that's cheating. No. For some reason, outside linebackers think they're edge rushers when they're clearly pass coverage guys. So I'm just going to keep him like that. Cole Strange, when I give him his contract, and then he re-signs on a 4-year contract. Want Marcus Jones and Nenwu, of course, whenever I can get him. Jonathan Jones, honestly, you might as well just stay here for the rest of the rebuild. Sign him to another 1-year contract. We only have 1 year left. Antonio Gibson, I don't really care. David Bakhtiari, it'd be cool if you didn't retire at the end of the season. He re-signs for another year and for the rest of the rebuild. EJ Speed, I don't care. Xavier Howard, don't care. Chason, Taki. I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't mind a 1-year deal, but 3-year deal, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Either way, I'm going to accept Christian Gonzalez' 5th-year option, and I'm going to get these two guys, and I'm going to move Juan Bentley back outside to outside linebacker. 11-6, top of the division. Nice comeback on the season. The defense is mid in points per game, but overall in the ranks in passing and rushing, I guess they just suck. Coming off a loss to the Bengals, that's fine, but still 11-6 is a nice start. Stats and awards, Drake Maye getting better and better every single season. 6th best offense in the NFL. 25th best defense, doesn't make any sense. 4,300 yards, more touchdowns, 1 less interception, better pass rating. He's continuously improving every single year. That's what we love to see. Ramondre Stevenson, 21 touchdowns, 4.8 per carry, almost 1,400 yards. This deserves superstar to have. Great season from him. Jalen Polk, 98 receptions, 1,300 yards, only 5 touchdowns, but Javon Baker, 8 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 102 receptions. And then LeBlanc here, the post undrafted free agent, whatever you want to call it. Either way, 7 touchdowns, 800 yards in his rookie year. Great. Juan Griffith, 666 boys with 9 touchdowns. He's the red zone threat. Nice ball distribution for the touchdowns here. So either way, these rookies are doing really job. I have all generated players, as you can see from the profile picture, as my top 4 receivers. Terrell Jackson with 138 tackles, 13 tackles for a loss, an interception and 2 sacks. Great season from him. Tackles for a loss, 18 for Matthew Judon. Sacks, 12.5 for Judon. He's still putting up numbers. Barmore with 5.5. Raphael Barrett with 5. Lloyd Smith only 4 sacks. I mean, again, I guess he's just a tackle for a loss monster. I was really hoping he would generate more sacks. Interceptions 2 for Christian Gonzalez. Safeties on the team is 1 for Lloyd Smith. And defensive touchdowns is 0. Year number 3, can we beat the Chargers? We're only an 85 overall team because, again, a lot of my players are really young. But can we beat the Chargers? We do not. 28-21. Let's move into the 4th and final season. And the Packers beat the Titans in the Super Bowl. Quay Walker wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. And there are no awards here for the Patriots once again, surprisingly. In the AFC East, David Bakhtiari retires, dude. That blows. He should have just 1 more season, dude. That's all you had to last. Zach Martin retires with the Jets. Jordan Poyer on the Dolphins, and Connor McGovern on the Bills. For the team upgrades, Drake Maye and Ramondre Stevenson both go up to Superstar Dev. Griffith, does he come with Superstar Dev, or did he earn it? He earned Superstar Dev. He got Rookie of the Year. I guess that was for the AFC because I did not see that on the actual recap. And LeBlanc here, he also got Superstar Dev. Did he come with it, or did he earn with it? A UDFA came with Superstar Dev. Don't be sleeping on these guys. Look at these elite speeds in the later round, guys. This guy's balling out. Already came with Superstar Dev. My receiving core, basically almost everything on my offense other than my line is Superstar Dev. I mean, Wallace, I guess, might get a chance now. Don't really want him to get a chance. I need a new center, a new left tackle. I'm only an 83 overall team now without Bakhtiari. Jackson goes up to Superstar Dev. Shepard comes with Superstar Dev. That's sick for the team. But again, like 79 overall, 77, 83. These guys just aren't high overalls, which is what the problem is with my team. They have a lot of youth. In the long term, they look really good, but as of right now, I need some real ballers ready to plug and play and make a huge impact for this team. Judon is still producing me sacks, despite him only being an 81 overall. Anyways, I need to move into free agency and the re-signing. For the re-signings, $171 million to spend. Nenwu, again, dude, like, do I just give you very player-friendly? I'm gonna do player-friendly, over $10 million in salary, $22 million a year, $24 million a year. He re-signs. Marcus Jones, very player-friendly deal here for you, dude. I'm overpaying. How do you not accept that? Come on, being so picky. Antonio Gibson, I don't need you. EJ Speed, you know what, as depth, since I have so much money, I'm just going to re-sign the Band-Aid players for another year because it's like I already have the money, even though they've regressed a little bit. I need the depth players. I don't really want Antonio Gibson as depth because he just steals touchdowns from my other players. Caleb Chase on sure, 2-year contract for you. You're going to re-sign. Taki, he's 30. Again, I don't really want him, but again, it's depth. And then Adam Troutman, sure, it's depth. Why not? Just get more and more depth on the team, except for Antonio Gibson, and Marcus Jones is being whiny. I'm going to go after him in free agency regardless, so let's move into that. Massive free agency. This is what you can do. Whenever you have over $100 million to spend, you don't have to pay top 2 receivers, and you don't have to pay your quarterback. Chris Jones, Jordan Mailata, Trey Hendrickson, Kendall Fuller, Ryan Stonehouse, because he's an 85 overall punter, why not? Quincy Williams, and Ryan Kelly. Huge free agency for the team. Only $16 million left. So for the future of the Patriots, we might be screwed, but good thing it's only a 4-year rebuild, and I'm going all in this season. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, getting depth at strong safety, because I already have depth at free safety. I have depth everywhere else. I don't need anything, but sure, why not just more depth? Shaden Porter out of Wisconsin, 6'2", 220, hidden depth, 90 speed, 91 acceleration. B's across the board. He looks very balanced. In round number 3, depth at left outside linebacker, because why not? Jermichael Weston, pass coverage out of LSU, 6 foot, 226, 86 speed, 91 acceleration, hidden dev, A zone coverage, B awareness. Now, this is the team going into the 4th and final season. Polk and Baker both produced amazing numbers for me throughout this entire simulation, but they don't even get up to an 85 overall, which is really frustrating, especially since I increased the wide receiver XP from 100 to 110, which isn't a huge jump, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, these guys both produced over 1,400-yard seasons, at least once in this simulation. Drake Maye is up to an 85 overall. The O-line is improved. Griffith is a superstar to have. I built a really nice offense. The defense in the offseason heavily improved. Weston's only a 63, but Porter is a 75. I got this guy, Tyler Nash, in the 2nd round. He didn't have a dev, but it's fine. I have so much depth here. I'd be so upset if this team lost. Even though it's only an 87 overall team, I have 2 X factors on defense. I have a 99 overall Chris Jones. I don't want to waste any time. Hopefully this team can do it. Let's move into the playoff. 15-2, top of the division. Amazing year. 1st round bye. Our team ranks defensive points per game and offensive points per game is both number 1. Stats and awards. Drake Maye looks like a league MVP here, and he is. That's exactly what we wanted. 2nd best offense in the NFL and the 8th best defense. I'm having really fun with this rebuild right now. 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions, 123 pass rating, your league MVP. Drake Maye. Ramondre Stevenson, 24 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,300 yards. That's probably an X factor. Jalen Polk, over 100 receptions, 1,400 yards, 23 touchdowns. That might have broken a record. Jalen Polk ties Randy Moss's 2007 record. Jalen Polk can technically be number 1 there. Well, actually, Randy Moss did it in less games, so I guess Randy Moss still has it. But he did it with the Patriots, so the Patriots continue this legacy. Javon Baker, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. LeBlanc here with 6 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Juan Griffin with 800 yards, 3 touchdowns. Quincy Williams with 130 tackles, tackles for a loss, 18 for Chris Jones, sacks, 15 for Matthew Judon, 8.5 for Chris Jones, 8.5 for Trey Hendrickson, 8 for Christian Barmore, and receptions, 4 for Jonathan Jones. Safeties on the team is 1 for Keon White, defensive touchdowns is 1 for Jabril Peppers. Who are we going to be playing in the divisional round? Of course, I'm going to hop in. I don't think we've won. Well, we actually have won a divisional round. I just don't want to lose to the 84 overall Raiders when I have such a good team here. So let's move into it. Here we are against the Raiders. Home field advantage, of course. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with a punt in our own territory, but we're finally going to tie it up. 7-7 game here. They're going to put 3 on the board, take the lead, and extend the lead right before half. 17-10 now. Please, offense, do something. 24-10, 17-24, making a huge comeback for the team. What will they do? Get better field position with the punt. Come on, offense. Come on. What did you do? Why did you give them? Oh my gosh. Do I seriously have to hop in because my AI is this retarded? 1st and 10. I'm sick and tired of this team doing dumb shit over and over again. Step up in front of that, Adam Troutman. Thank you. I'm going to take my time out here, and then I'm just going to move to the sideline, get out of bounds, kick the game-winning field goal, and end the game. I know it sounds simple, but I don't even care. 1st and 10. Double team that defensive end. Roll out with Drake Maye. Get in field goal range right here. Just get out of bounds. 2nd down and 1. I think I'm just going to kick the game-winning field goal right now. I just don't even care. It's actually a 59-yarder, so I'm going to run the zig route to the outside here. Get out of bounds with Jalen Polk. 1st and 10, and then I should be closer for this field goal, and I'm going to make the AI use their final timeout, and then I'm just going to run another play. Screw it. Why not? Just run this final play. Joe Milton is the holder. It is up. It is on the way, and it is down the middle. That should be the game. 27-24 against the Raiders. I'm going to be pretty upset if we somehow lose this against the Raiders after doing all that. 27-24. AI was too much of an idiot to get it done, so I got it done for him, and we will be moving on to the conference championship. Bo Nix is on the Raiders now. All right. And, of course, we got to play the Chiefs. It doesn't matter if they're 9-8. They're the Chiefs. They're sim gods. They're always going to beat us. Let's see if we can actually beat them here, though. Here we are against the Chiefs, opening up with a bomb 7, and then they're going to put 14 on our head, finally responding with 7. Please, defense, you have to hold something here, and offense needs to respond. My God, 17-28, making a little bit of a comeback here, 25-28. Defense, hold the Chiefs. I'm going to lose my mind. Offense, you're not capitalizing on the fact that my defense has been choking the entire game. I'm going to have to hop in and make an actual difference here. I don't care if there's under a minute left. I'm running the ball regardless, and for some reason, Cole Strange decides to go pass pro in a run blocking scenario. Okay, 34 seconds left. Let's see what we have. I'll take the dump off. Throw the ball, dude. 3rd down and 15 for the team. Jalen Polk, that should be a touchdown. Oh my gosh, nice overthrow, but a better breakup from the DB. Really? I was literally clicking A before. Oh my gosh, now they're gonna ice me. Wow, they literally got me mid-click while I was finishing my other field goal just to ice me. Great job, Chiefs. It did absolutely nothing. 35-32. I'm sure the AI is just going to be a god. 20 seconds left. Mahomes only needs 13 seconds against the Bills. We're in overtime. I'm going to do key moments. What are they going to do? They're going to do nothing. My offense better not punt the ball. What did we do? I don't know how we just won, but we won. I'll take the win in overtime against the Chiefs. 41-35. I'm assuming we had a bomb touchdown. No, Ramondre Stevenson just locked in and rushed for 50 yards for the game winner here. As we're moving on to the Super Bowl, Drake Maye with 4 passing touchdowns. Like, my defense can't allow this. I understand it's Patrick Mahomes, but it's kind of ridiculous. Drake Maye also threw 2 picks. Let's move into the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 9-8 Philadelphia Eagles. Well. Do they have Nick Foles at quarterback? I don't know. Let me check later, but for right now, Drake Maye gets Superstar X Factor for winning league MVP. Ramondre Stevenson just had 24 touchdowns in a season. That's more than worthy of Superstar X Factor, so I'm just going to give him that. I don't really care if people don't like it. Then Jalen Polk gets Superstar X Factor. Javon Baker, he had over a 1,000-yard season, but it wasn't nearly as good as Polk's season. So Polk goes up to a 91 overall with the boost, of course. The team looks amazing offensively. 88 overall team defensively. Jackson already had Superstar Dev. Quincy Williams gets Superstar Dev. Gonzalez gets Superstar Dev here. Everyone else looks the same, but great start, well, great ending for the team here. And here to face the Philadelphia Eagles, the one that got away. The other one that got away was Eli Manning, but we're going to check on the Eagles QB. Whoa, it's Jalen Hurts? Oh my gosh, how would I ever guess that? He's a 99 overall. I was just assuming they had Nick Foles at quarterback. It would be funny for the situation, but obviously I was fully aware that their quarterback was Jalen Hurts. Let's just move into the Super Bowl. Here we are against the Eagles. They're going to open up with a punt. We're going to respond with 7. Nice start for the team. We're going to take a 2-score lead now, 14-0. They're going to punt once again. We're going to punt. They're going to punt. Then we're going to take a 3-score lead against the Eagles. They're finally going to put 3 points right before the almost halftime shutout, but still 24-3. My defense actually showed up this game, and this is what happens when my defense shows up. 0 touchdowns for the Philadelphia Eagles, as it is an absolute humiliation, winning by 4 total scores against, well, 4 total touchdowns, of course, against the Philadelphia Eagles. Absolute blowout here as Drake Maye, no touchdowns for Drake Maye. That's a shocker. No touchdowns, no interceptions for anyone. Jalen Hurts just could not move the ball, only 81 yards. Stevenson took 2 of the touchdowns, and then Bobby Holloman and Angelo McCree also got their fun in as well. We just ran all over them with this triple threat. And then receiving-wise, not crazy either, but hey, we got the job done. The defense clearly did their job. Matthew Judon wins the Super Bowl MVP. I'm happy to see that it's a defensive player whenever we held the Eagles to only 3 points. Drake Maye wins the league MVP. We also get Coach of the Year. Jalen Polk gets Offensive Player of the Year. Amazing year for the Patriots, as they might have just started a dynasty year. Maybe I do a 10-year rebuild with the Patriots. I honestly wouldn't mind after how well and smooth this simulation went. I mean, we did lose to the Chiefs in year number 2 and then the Chargers in the wild card in year number 3, but it was a really clean simulation. I really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys did too. Make sure you like and or subscribe. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.